Hello and welcome to InTune Setup. In this lesson, we'll quickly walk through the steps that you should take to enable mobile device management via InTune. I should mention before we get started that if you purchase at least 150 licenses for InTune in an eligible plan, you actually get access to the Fast Track Center benefit, which is a service that Microsoft offers where they'll have Microsoft specialists help you get your environment ready for InTune. Now, before you start, you need to understand your environment and you need to ensure that you meet InTune's supported configurations and network requirements. Once you've confirmed that you're in a supported configuration and that you meet InTune's requirements, you can then sign into your InTune subscription or create a new InTune subscription. Once you have your InTune subscription created, you'll need to set DNS registration so you can connect your company domain name with InTune. Doing this ensures that users can recognize your domain when they connect to InTune and use resources. The next step in the process is the addition of users and groups. Since groups are used to assign apps and settings and other resources, you can add your users and groups manually, or you can sync your on-prem AD with InTune. However, I should mention that if all your devices are userless, this step is not necessary. Once you've added or synced your users and groups to InTune, you can assign licenses so they have permission to use InTune. Every user or userless device will need an InTune license to access the service. In step 6, you set the MDM authority. You should create user and device groups to simplify management tasks, since groups are used to assign apps, settings, and other resources. If you need to assign apps, you can then add them and assign them to groups. These apps can either be automatically installed or optionally installed. In the next step, you can set up profiles that will be used to manage your device settings. These profiles will do things like configure email settings, configure VPN settings, Wi-Fi settings, and even certain device features. They can also restrict devices to help protect both devices and data. The Company Portal app, Company Portal website, and InTune app on Android are where users access company data and where they can perform common tasks like enroll device, install applications, and locate information. At this point, you can customize the InTune Company Portal to provide a familiar and helpful experience for end users. You can then enable InTune management of your devices by enabling device enrollment. And then lastly, you can supply specific settings based on app protection policies in Microsoft InTune. Now, some of these steps that we've gone over, like setting up the InTune subscription or setting the MDM authority, they will usually be required for most scenarios. However, some of the other steps, like configuring a custom domain or adding apps, are obviously optional and are dependent on what your specific needs are. Throughout this course, you'll learn about many of these steps, and you'll get to work through many hands-on labs where you'll actually get to complete many of these tasks. For example, you'll get to add users and assign licenses in InTune. You'll get to create profiles. You'll get to configure app policies. You'll get to see how devices are enrolled and all kinds of other stuff. So with that, let's hop into the next lesson.